sustainability to go beyond lean at Tesco is a challenge. And what are your thoughts on the extent to which it does?
The example that I tend to think of is our distribution system. So we need to move an enormous amount of goods around. There's only really sensibly one way to do that. You need an internal combustion engine and you need a big truck. There are some fundamentals about that are not going to change in the short term. The technology around lower carbon heavy transport is just not there. So what do? You've got to focus on lean, and we've done lots of things like reconfigure our distribution centres and try and maximise the volume that you send in the truck by having bigger trucks and putting more in them, and all sorts of things that are classic lean processes which actually save you an enormous amount of carbon. If you can think beyond lean, you do begin to really get into some step change. Incredible new products coming along that have been created because they specifically took a lens on it that said, we need a cold water softener rinse for clothing. Nobody thought they could do it when they started, but they've developed the product and it's now being introduced. You don't really think that if you start with lean. The laundry, detergent industry and washing machine manufacturers have already started kind of communicating with one another about long-term how to create cold washing machine. Because I know I can't wash cold in my washing machine.
Is there shared value in the system by being good at this?
The work that we've done on the Knowledge Hub is about really showing to suppliers that this is really not about bottom line immediately, it's about long-term benefit to the supply chain.
In the entire Toyota car manufacturing operation in the UK, they generate 1 kilogram of waste to landfill. So you sort of imagine that, you get all this stuff coming in one end of the factory and all these cars rolling out at the other end of the factory, and you've only got 1 kilogram of waste going into landfill. So it sounds like lean can get you a very long way. So how does sustainability get you beyond lean when you're as good at lean as Toyota?
We can at the same time create value for our customers and create a low carbon recycling based society. I think it's very important to have values that help you align your employees, your company and the society at large. We collaborate with our suppliers on the one hand. We mandate all our suppliers to have ISO 14001 environmental management systems. And I think it's very important that we try to make them understand that having environmental management systems is good for their business.
So Richard, I remember a very senior figure in the pharmaceutical industry describing the process to me about how you take 100 things, you throw away 99 of them, and you're just lucky that the one thing left is worth so much that you can build a global phenomenal business on the back of it. So how does sustainability allow you to go beyond lean in your industry?
Lean is great and you will get some sustainability benefits, but the fundamental issue, how can we become more resource efficient, I think is a slightly different question. If you take Tesco's or Glaxo, we've got thousands of different materials. So there's no one material or no one resource efficiency action that we could take that will be a game changer in making our business more sustainable. We make Ventolin inhalers, so those of you that may have asthma, we make both the blue and the brown puffers. The propellant is actually HFC. So when you calculate it from use of GSK's propellants, it's about 6 million tonnes carbon footprint equivalent. But what we started to do is to say, actually we'd like to get back used inhalers from our patients, because then we can get back the aluminium, recycle that, but then we can also get back the residual propellant and we can reduce the overall emission because that propellant's not lost to the atmosphere. So we started talking to the people that made our aluminium cans. They've been using virgin aluminium. We've now been able to get them, because of this conversation, using recycled aluminium. We've been talking to our plastic manufacturers and they're now able to recycle or downcycle some of the plastic we get back. But more interestingly, the refrigerant that we're capturing is now going to be downcycled into car refrigeration sets. All that is actually now gone from a net waste cost, yeah, to a net revenue stream. You wouldn't have come at it at all if you were just asking, how am I going to create a revenue stream for this business? It's only because there was this, I call it a nudge for sustainability, that we looked at it.